Don't forget to subscribe!
Hello, it's Amu Hinamori. This is for Sasha Fire Venus Freeman, Chelsea Mina Venus 22 Bells, Lila Kotke, Catherine Yami 784413, Lawrence and Bailey Sandbacken, as well as Peachy Silver. Are you ready? Here we go!
Stop!
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Princess Lifelite, and this is my partner Pikachu.
Pika!
Call me Coco. I am the mermaid princess of the South Pacific Ocean. My name is Karen. I am the mermaid princess of the Antarctic Ocean. My name is Noelle, and I am the mermaid princess of the Arctic Ocean. I am the pretty Agarian who fights for love and for courage. I am Sailor Jupiter. I'll feel you regret. It'll leave you numb. My name is Sarasa. I am Ichi's sister. Hey, don't forget about me. I'm Roka, and I am Sarasa's sister-in-law. My name is Kisosoma. The animal in the zodiac that I symbolize is the tiger. Call me Hirosoma. The animal that symbolizes the zodiac is the sheep, and that is me. A fine pleasure to meet you. My name is Kotoko. My name is Amu Hinamori. I can transform into Amulet Heart, Amulet Spade, Amulet Clover, Amulet Diamond, Amulet Angel, Amulet Devil, and Amulet Fortune. Hello, my name is Plutia. I can transform into Iris Heart. My name is Vert. I can transform into Green Heart. I am Nico Robin, a treasure hunter. Pleasure to meet you.
My name is Kami.
I am Ochako Uraka.
Let's go! Hey! Nice to meet you!
Call me Nejire Haro. I am Itsuka Kendo. Pleasure to meet you. What's up? I'm Black Star. Hi there, it's me. I'm Nozomi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Call me Mavis. I'm pleased to meet you. I am the head of the Furude family, Rika Furude. I am Kaname Chidori. It's a pleasure. My name is Hestia. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hi there, I'm Machi. Nice to meet you. I am called Rula. Be grateful, I'm not giving you any punishment. I am La Pucelle. Pleased to meet you. You can call me Sister Nana. Nice to meet you. I'm Ripple. Great to meet you. My name is Snow White. Pleasure to meet you. About us, I'm Nagisa 1. And I'm Nagisa 2. Sup, I'm Boruto. It's a pleasure. My name is Hikaru Shido. I represent the element of fire. My name is Fuhochi, and I represent the element of wind. I'm Umi Ryuzaki, and I represent the element of water. Hi, I'm Happy. I'm an Exceed from Extalia, and a member of the Fairy Tale Guild. Good day, I'm Carla. I am an Exceed as well, and we are also in the Fairy Tale Guild. Hey there, I'm Wendy Marvel. I'm a Sky Dragon Slayer. My name is Romeo Combolt. I'm the only son of Fairy Tale's mage, Macau Combolt, and I'm a mage of the Fairy Tale Guild. I'm Hanon Hosho. I am the mermaid princess of the South Atlantic Ocean. Glad to meet you. I'm Rina Toyne, and I am the princess of the North Atlantic Ocean. Hiya, I'm Manatsu. It's a pleasure. Hi, I'm Eri. Nice to meet you. Call me Pony Sumotori. Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Denki, and I'm the handsome one. I am Xiaomei. It's a pleasure. Hello, I'm down. Hey, I'm Julia. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Nayuki. Nice to meet you. I'm Hanyu Ferdinand. And I'm Ayu Tsukimiya. Nice to meet you. My name is Lucas Klein, everyone. And this is my friend Haro. Adam, that's you too. I am glad to make your acquaintance. I am Sarada. My name is Kotome Ichinose. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'll promise to do my best on my violin. I am Yukine. Nice to meet you. I am Pikachu Popstar. My songs will reach out to all of you. Pikachu PhD is in the house. My prescription? Knockout. Hi, I'm Rena Ryukyu. You look so cute. I want to take you home with me. I am called Alpha 5. It is a great pleasure to make your acquaintance. They often call me Sayuri. Nice to meet you. I am Kaori. please don't upset me. Futaba Sakura here. Nice to meet you. I'm Taletha. Nice to meet you. I am Melissa Shield. Pleased to make your acquaintance. And I am Jasmine, leader of the Olivine City Gym. Pleased to meet you. And welcome back to another episode of Team Pikachu Reviews. Last time we covered Kami-sama Kiss from Funimation Global Group, LLC, a Sony company. And now we're going to do a Part 3 trilogy review of Sailor Moon Classic, the movie. We will be taking a look at Sailor Moon R, Sailor Moon S, and Sailor Moon Super S. And other members of the Life Flight are going to be helping us as well. So now let's get a look at Sailor Moon R.
Wah, wah, wahoo! Yahoo! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah!
After the events of episode 77, Usagi and Mamoru finally got back together at last, since King Endymion placed a vision on Chibiusa. Now our heroes need rest and relaxation after defeating the Bow Brothers in episode 82, and the team are prepared to travel to the future, but they have a problem with Ale and On's home planet from the Makai Tree Saga. For first-timers, Team Life Flights Reviews is a review segment on our channels, which we all look up to see which show, both series, video game, movie, or show is recommended to each and every one of you, and we give it a score to whether or not it's suitable for your binge watching. Remember, we've been doing this since day one. With that being said, let's ask ourselves two questions. 1. How well does Sailor Moon R the movie hold up as today is one of the trilogies in Sailor Moon Classic? 2. How does the VIZ media version uncut hold out as one of the greatest achievements since the original Naruto and Zatch Bell episode 1? With that being said, this is Sailor Moon R the movie. As always, let's get started on the plot! Usagi and her friends meet up with Mamoru at the Jindai Botanical Garden. In a flashback, young Mamoru emerges onto the roof of a building and offers a rose to another boy who is waiting there. And the boy thanks him for the gift and promises to give him something in return someday. And Mamoru begins to cry after his friend disappears, but the other boy's voice echoes across the rooftop, promising him to bring him lots of flowers when he returns. Mamoru returns to the present as Usagi comments on a potted forget-me-not and the meaning of the flower. She attempts to take advantage of the romantic moment to get a kiss, but Chibiusa and the other girls who were spying on the pair from behind a row of flowers interfere. Mamoru unobtrusively slips away as they tease his girlfriend, and once outside is surprised to find flower petals raining from the sky, and the girls join him and are delighted by the beautiful sight. An unfamiliar young man then appears and approaches Mamoru, greeting him in a familiar way and declaring that he has brought flowers as he promised. But Mamoru does not even recognize the newcomer, though. Usagi becomes distinctly uncomfortable at the way he's treating her boyfriend. When she speaks up, though, the stranger becomes annoyed and shoves her out of the way. And as Usagi's friends rush to her side, the young man walks away. He again tells Mamoru that he will fulfill his promise, then disappears in a storm of petals. And the girls stare in shock where he had been standing, and Mamoru wonders aloud if that could have been Fiore. Later that night, the girls have gathered at the Hikawa Shrine, and they are watching a news report about an asteroid that will be coming near the Earth. Artemis turns to the computer and pulls up an analysis of the asteroid. He says that it isn't dense enough to do anything but will burn up the entire atmosphere. But he and Luna sense plant energy coming from it, and as the girls discuss the asteroid, they are distracted by Usagi fretting about the strange young man who appeared at the garden. And she says that she knows very little about Mamoru's past, and the discussion quickly degenerates as the cats give up on getting anything else done that night. Tuning out her friend's teasing, Usagi remembers finding a photo of Mamoru's parents and asking him about his family. In a flashback, Mamoru tells her that he is no longer lonely, but she is his family now, and she promises herself that she will always be there for him. In the present day, Usagi quietly leaves the room and stares up at the night sky, thinking about Mamoru. In the meantime, a single plant seed drifts to the ground, landing at the base of a tree at the side of a road. The seed immediately takes root and grows into a large pink flower. Usagi and her friends head to school in the morning, but Rei suddenly stops as she senses a strange aura. The girls run off in search for the source, but Chibiusa quickly falls behind. As they round the corner, they are stunned to find the entire street littered with unconscious bodies of people who had their energy stolen. The people suddenly move to their feet once more as the girls approach them, and they quickly notice the vines wrapped around them controlling their actions. And Rei uses a Kuryo Taison to free the people of the plant's influence. But Ami realizes that the source is still there. The pink flower suddenly springs up out of the ground, growing legs where its root should be, and it comes for Chibiusa, who just arrived on the scene. And Usagi dives to push the girl out of the way just in time, and they both crash through a store window. Before the others could do anything, the flower alters its form, becoming a humanoid Yoma, and attacks, and it grabs hold of Rei and Ami and begins to absorb their energy. While it is distracted, Minako and Makoto transform into Sailor Venus and Sailor Jupiter to attack, freeing their friends, who then transform into Sailor Mars and Sailor Mercury. Chibiusa revives the unconscious Usagi, who transforms into Sailor Moon and heads off to join the battle with Chibiusa's encouragement. And she arrives to find that the Dalian has trapped the other Senshi, and uses Moon Tiara action to free them. Sailor Mercury uses Shine Aqua Illusion to freeze the Yoma in place, allowing Sailor Moon to destroy it with Moon Princess Halation. And as the smoke clears from the Yoma's destruction, the strange young man from the day before appears, observing that he didn't know people like them existed on this planet. And he is briefly surprised to recognize Sailor Moon as the girl from the gardens, but then he just forgets about it and shows his true form. Luna is shocked to recognize the flower he wears is a Xenian flower. Fiore almost lazily attacks his new opponents, knocking out the 4 inner Senshi before turning to Sailor Moon. He extends his fingernails into long spikes and moves to the attack, but abruptly halts when a rose strikes the ground in front of him, and Tuxedo Mask appears, and Fiore recognizes him as Mamoru, asking if he has remembered their friendship after all. Tuxedo Mask attempts to convince Fiore to believe in Sailor Moon, and for a moment it seems that he was successful, but then Fiore leaps high over him, drawing a sword as he lunges towards the girl. Tuxedo Mask blocks the sword blow, begging Fiore to leave her alone, but Fiore is convinced that she is only deceiving him and refuses to give up, and he pushes Tuxedo Mask to the side and once more extends the sharp spikes from his fingertips towards Sailor Moon. But Tuxedo Mask manages to block the attack with his own body. As Sailor Moon weeps over the mortally wounded man, Fiore stares at them in shock, wondering why Mamoru would think so highly of the girl. And after a moment he shakes his head, and then he takes Tuxedo Mask's body and disappears in a swirl of petals, ignoring Sailor Moon's cries. And after they disappear, the Senshi drops to her knees, weeping and calling Mamoru's name. Yeah, I'm terribly sorry that we had to end that for the middle, but don't worry, we're gonna get into what's gonna happen next. But for now, let's go over the villain of the movie and his personalities. The villain of the movie is Fiore, or, as you might have noticed, it's the Italian word for flower. Despite his name being spelled like the singular form, it is pronounced like the plural form, Fiore. And his personality is most likely the jealous type because of Mamoru and Usagi's friendship. He actually just wanted to make sure that he could have Mamoru more. So, you might have realized why he actually had a hatred for the Sailor Senshi. With that being said, it's time we get into the spoiler section.
Spoiler alert!
In Mamoru's memory, his parents' car skids off the edge of a cliff, leaving him orphaned in the hospital with no memory. As he cries for his parents, a young Fiore appears at his bedside, assuring him that he's no longer alone. In the present, Mamoru opens his eyes to find himself suspended in a crystal full of liquid, with Fiore watching him. He says that he remembers Fiore now, but he's convinced himself the other was just a figment of his imagination. And Fiore replies that he remembers their time together like it was yesterday. He had wandered through space alone with no memory of his family or origin, and he finally ended up on Earth when at the last of his strength. And young Mamoru found him outside of the hospital then. And Fiore says that this was when he knew he was not going to be alone anymore. He couldn't stay on Earth, however, and was eventually forced to leave. And Mamoru gave him a rose before he left, though, and unexpectedly pleased by the gift. Fiore promised to bring his friend even more flowers someday. Fiore says that he had searched and he finally found a flower worth giving to Mamoru, the Xenian Flower. And he knew at that point that all the people of Earth who had loved Mamoru would to be lonely deserved to die. Mamoru says that he had never wished for such a thing. But Fiore says that he only knows Mamoru will not leave him alone because Fiore is the only one who can bring him flowers. Back on Earth, the cats tell the Senshi of the legends of the Xenian Flower. It cannot act on its own, they say, so it finds a person with a weak heart to attach to. At this point, the flower will prey on the host's emotions, creating a feeling of deep hatred that grows into a strong evil power, and eventually destroy the planet on which it lives.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I understand how you feel, Caddicarus. I would be scared too if the Xenian Flower did ever have some sort of reality. However, Artemis says that there are countless planets that have been destroyed by Xenian's machination, and Fiore is likely possessed by one of them. Sailor Mercury says that the energy of the flower Yoma they fought earlier matches the energy signature of the approaching asteroid, and they realize the asteroid must be the Xenian's base and thus where Mamoru is being held. The Senshi begin to make plans to go to the asteroid, but Sailor Moon speaks up and says that they can't because she doesn't want anyone else to be hurt because of her. Chibiusa becomes upset at that and tells Sailor Moon that if she becomes discouraged, she will never be able to save Mamoru. The other Senshi chime in with the words of encouragement, and Sailor Moon finally manages to smile. The Senshi use Sailor Teleport to travel to the asteroid, and as they approach, it opens it up, revealing that the entire inside is completely covered with pink flowers. A Campanola approaches them, and they use Sailor Planet attack to destroy it. Then come to a landing on the asteroid's surface, and Sailor Mercury finds the crystal in which Mamoru is contained. But when Sailor Moon goes to run into him, the others stop her, cautioning that it might be a trap. Fiore assures to them that he would never use Mamoru as bait as he appears nearby, and he says that he will return Mamoru to Earth in time. However, first, he says that the asteroid will send all of its seeds back to Earth as it approaches, covering the planet with flowers that will drain the energy of all humans. And Sailor Mars declares that they won't let that happen and attacks, but Fiore disappears, and the flowers all around the girls begin to spread into Yoma, and the Senshi engage in battle. Fiore watches from afar, dismayed at the thought that his flowers might be destroyed so quickly. The Yoma retreat and regroup, and then descend in a massive wave upon the girls. Just as before they strike, Sailor Mars throws Sailor Moon out of the way, leaving her to watch as her friends are buried under the flowers. So Fiore taunts Sailor Moon for being a coward and leaving the others to die. She moves to attack him, but he shows her the Senshi bound by his Yoma and tells her that if she hurts his flowers, he will hurt her friend, and orders her to drop the weapon, even though the Senshi order her not to give up. Sailor Moon drops the Cutie Moon Rod to the ground tearfully, and she says that she can't fight because she cannot even watch her friends in pain. At this sight, Fiore doubles over in apparent pain, and his Yoma fade away and the Senshi are released. Xenian, however, tells him not to be deceived by the girl and offers to share her powers with him so he can defeat Sailor Moon and allow Mamoru to remember their friendship once more. The Xenian Flower emerges with Fiore as he attacks Sailor Moon, draining her energy and feeding it to the flowers. Seeing this, Mamoru struggles to break free of his confinement, and he finally manages to break out of his crystalline structure. As he drains Sailor Moon's energy, Fiore declares that she can never understand his loneliness, that she knows nothing of what it's like to feel worthless and misunderstood. In the meantime, The inner Senshi think of how they have been lonely, shunned by their classmates for being different or strange. They push themselves to their feet and struggle to move closer. Fiore releases Sailor Moon after draining her energy and allows her to fall to the ground where she lies half-conscious. And he prepares the final killing blow, but the Senshi beg him not to take her away from them because she means so much to them. Without her, they would all have been alone. Fiore refuses to listen, saying that they and Mamoru are all being deceived by her, and his anger fires a massive attack of sharp-tipped spikes at her.
But how could this be? This isn't right.
It's alright, Rika, but don't worry. But as he attacks, Fiore is struck in the chest by a rose, causing all of his attacks to miss and strike the ground around the girl. And he stares at the rose in shock, and then he looks up to see Tuxedo Mask slowly collapse to the ground, having used all of his strength for that one attack, and cracks appear around the point where the rose struck Fiore. And the Xenian's power shatters as he slowly collapses. He has lost the will to fight because Mamoru has abandoned him, and the flowers around him all fade away, leaving the asteroid barren rock once more. The Senshi see the flowers vanish, and they are relieved that Earth has been saved.
Yeah! Go through!
But the relief is short-lived. One piece of the asteroid breaks free and changes its course, as Fiore declares that they will all die with him when it strikes Earth.
Ah, no!
Sailor Moon, however, says that she will not let that happen, and she slowly rises to a kneeling position and summons the silver crystal from her brooch. The other Senshi tell her not to use the crystal because it will kill her, but she insists that it will be alright. And as she starts to call upon the silver crystal's power, Fiore suddenly grabs hold of the brooch, saying that he will not let her use it. As her transformation fades to pink ribbons, Usagi gently takes hold of Fiore's wrist and assures him that it will be alright, and that he is not alone. The crystal gives off a flare of white light, and they both see a memory from the past. As Yamamoto cries alone in his hospital room, a younger Usagi arrives and rests her head on his leg, telling him not to cry. He says that his friend is going away and there is nothing he can do, but the little girl tells him that her mother had a baby and now she is a big sister, and she brought flowers as a gift. She takes one of the roses from her bouquet and offers it to him, and he smiles and he accepts it. Fiore realizes that the flower she gave to Mamoru was the same one Mamoru gave to him, and draws back in dismay. And he sees the flower shaped with the silver crystal. Tears well up in his eyes, and despite her cries for him to pull himself together, the Xenian flower disintegrates into the crystal's light, and Fiore himself staggers back and fades away completely. To be honest, I can tell that Pikachu and Sam actually got teared up at that memory scene.
Why?
Bigamy.
It's okay, you two. Anyway, the asteroid continues its collision course with Earth, and Usagi focuses on her will on the silver crystal, lifting it above her head as she transforms into Princess Serenity. The Senshi and Tuxedo Mask call out to her in dismay, but she only declares that she will protect everyone and begs the crystal for the power to do so. Tuxedo Mask rises to his feet, transforming into Prince Endymion as he moves to help her. The Senshi join in, saying that they will all combine their powers and return to Earth together. As the Senshi join hands, they will think of how much Usagi means to them, and how she drew out of their loneliness with her love and friendship, and one by one they call out their powers, joining them in the power of the silver crystal. They succeed in diverting the course of the asteroid, just as the silver crystal shatters and Serenity collapses. Back on Earth, Chibiusa and the cats wonder how the others are doing, and if they'll make it back alright. Chibiusa declares that they will definitely be fine because Sailor Moon is everyone's mother and will protect them. And on the asteroid, now safely drifting into orbit, the Senshi and Tuxedo Mask mourn over Sailor Moon's still form, saying that it wasn't worth it to survive if they lost the one most dear to them. Fiore appears to Tuxedo Mask and thanks him and offers a flower composed of his own life energy, asking him to give the nectar from the flower to Sailor Moon, and Tuxedo Mask complies. And Sailor Moon opens her eyes again, and she smiles weakly at them and says she told them that she would protect everyone. The Senshi smile through their tears and collapse into her arms in a group hug. So, This was a perfect ending and a start for episode 82. The question, rewatch or re-won't? What is the verdict? Pretty good question, Carla. Personally, we always prefer the uncut version, so it deserves a rewatch. As for the Wild Brain dub, it deserves a revenge. We know nostalgia fans love the Wild Brain dub. It is a classic gem since the Tsunami Cartoon Network era, but for us, except Mina Venus 22. We prefer the uncut dub because it restores the song Moon Revenge. So, we hope you enjoyed it.
Moxie!
Great job, everybody! Next time on the Team Reviews, we will finally have a look at Tiny Toon's adventures in starting the Warner Brothers animation cartoons because of its recent 40th anniversary. So, look forward, and we apologize that we have one part left to talk about.
Yeah!